as he finally breaks off from the conversation, he begins to fold into his work.
Shall we rest up before we go, or should we just head out now?
I happen to be a man of action. I believe we are completely healthy at the moment, are we not?
Yeah, you guys are good.
But are we tired?
No, no, it's you still have about a majority of the day left before it hits nighttime.
I mean, I could eat, but
would like eating dinner count as a short rest?
I mean, taking any rest for about 30 minutes in game or like in the world is considered a short rest. So you guys are okay. Like you're fine.
I say let's go get someone to eat.
All right.
I think it's a grand plan. What is his name? I don't want to say that slur again. What is his name? You, Alfred.
You, Longear.
Shit, that was what I was avoiding.
Yeah, I know. Samus?
Zanlis, Zodiac sign. Well, do you know any place good to eat in town?
You guys have no idea.
Zanlis just sort of... Zanlis is kind of shakes like, I've never been here before in my life. I was looking to get away, but unfortunately I'm stuck here with all of you doing this.
Indeed
all
you
the
are.
time.
So, that's
I think I might know someone who have information on possibility.
on possibility of food, because I am parched.
Yes. I ran to shop. Doesn't sell things like in this place. More common things. But person was very talkative. Almost annoying.
Excellent. Now let's go inquire some.
Hey, YouTube, can you
inquire
hear
with
me?
the town, shall
Can
we?
you hear me, YouTube? Can you hear me?
All right,
We are-
I will bundle up in the furs and start the walk. The very confusing, long, probably doubling back on places because I only know one way to get there. That is from having gotten lost previously.
No, you like knowing where it is and how you ended up getting back here to begin with. Didn't take much time. So you ended up leading all your friends to what was a general store. As you begin to open, you see this bright-eyed young elven man. As he's like, "Oh, you returned, and with friends, hopefully with money. Hello, and welcome to the Jasper Supply Shop. How may I assist you?"
We are in need of nourishment. Do you know anywhere else good to eat?
I mean, there's about a tavern not too far from here that serve a pretty good meal.
Hey, X buddy,
Good.
we're hearing you breathing. I'm sorry.
Yeah. You know,
I've turned the fucking... How? I've turned the microphone off.
You turned the actual microphone off?
Well, I thought I had. Apparently I hadn't.
Okay.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah.
We can hear you.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
All right, he'll be back, ladies and gentlemen.
Yep.
All right. So.
Anyways, go on.
So yeah, there's a tavern not too far from here that we're willing to point you to if you're looking for a good meal. I
Anyway,
suppose.
YouTube side of things.
Excellent. Then let us be on our way.
Okay, they cannot hear me.
So you
Good,
see
good.
as he comes out
So-
from behind the counter and he opens the door and he points down the street. It's about another couple of buildings down, and you see looks like a
Anyway, YouTube, sorry about this. So, at the moment, we are currently streaming on Twitch. However, if you want to support on YouTube like we've been doing, you can. You can also listen to most of this just fine here on YouTube. And you won't really miss anything except for some visuals on Twitch. So, feel free to support how you will, and we appreciate you guys watching. So, I'm going to go ahead and start up the thing again. Thank you.
and,
And they just walk away without even talk to him.
And it's like you kind of see that he gets a little disappointed, and he kind of goes back inside. So you cross the street, and pretty much takes you immediately to this tavern. The tavern looks relatively nice. It's not at all like what would be like that classical ramshackle tavern. It's kept up relatively nice. You could have the faint smell of like freshly baked bread and barbecued meats, and you can definitely tell with all the tables set out relatively nicely in front of it that it's a pretty good establishment.
You noticed on the entire way over, you felt like the presence of somebody's eyes on you, as if somebody was keeping. As you clear into the tavern, somebody you almost recognized figure-wise, except with a different dumb face, sits down at a nearby table and just keeps watching you guys.
I know that look of gloom. Hey! Hey! I just wave across towards the dark figure.
Make a perception check. We're talking about Balazar here.
That's true. Balazar is very, very dumb.
Could be another statue.
But Balazar also misses his friend. Hey, I rolled a 12 plus whatever my bonus is.
Oh god, stealth check. That's a 2.
Oh no, that's definitely Lilac. Just slightly a different face. Not exactly sure how that happened.
Yeah, she's smudged her nose so that it's big and bulbous, and her eyes so that they're deep set. Immediately you yell out, "Hey!" and she doesn't just like spit take, she dramatically throws her cup to the floor and makes a scene.
All right, maneuver 16. I throw my cup on the floor as well.
Oh god.
You literally walked in and you hadn't even got led to a table. You just see this individual as he just throws her cup to the ground, and you immediately see what looks to be the couple of like bar maidens just kind of like put their hands to their faces and just like, "Nope, I have to clean that up."
Sorry. Yeah, that's my fault. Okay. She walks over and joins the group. How are things going with you guys? Did you take the rap for that train mishap? Oh my god, she stops and looks at Dr. No. I heard about you're the one who melted that guy's face, right?
Hmm? Oh, yes, that.
Nice up top. She reaches up for a high five.
He crouches and try to can I roll a what would I roll to make a possible failure? Cause
I mean, you can choose for it to be a failure.
all right, I'm just gonna I want to leave this up to chance. So would that be acrobatics, athletics?
What stat do you high five with? This is a profound question.
Probably performance.
All right. That's a 15, so -1. So he just high fives her. Oh yes, hello. And he's just
that is, I rolled 2 for fun. I got a crit 1. So God, I think I somehow fuck up high fiving you. Which
I
should be
accidentally slap your
physically
face.
And it just completely
you don't even
rearranges.
high five. You don't even high five. You completely pass the hand slowly and just smush it up against her face.
Oh, God.
Her facial features.
It just went
scramble.
it just pretty much went like this. Oh, you guys can't see me. That's fine. You'll see it on screen.
Wow, that is probably the
slow-mo.
hand that you used to melt that guy's face, just like you're melting my face now.
No, that was the left one. I assure you, your face is perfectly fine.
So, what happened?
You see a couple of the bartenders and the barmaids. They're all like, "Hey, you gonna order something, or are you just gonna stand there and be idiots?"
Oh,
I
yeah,
will
this-
take your biggest salad.
I'll take your
Ah.
second biggest salad.
Okay. 2 salads. And the rest of you?
Table near fire, please, and then we can get the food.
And there's the warmest space inside the building is probably towards the kitchen door, and as somebody comes in and out, you can definitely feel the heat passing through. So you definitely take the closest seat next to the kitchen door.
Sounds good. I'll take meat. Simple drink.
All right. Whiskey and a water. Anybody else?
I'll take a slow cooked rabbit if you got it.
Yeah, we get a few for the morning hunts.
Yes. And hold on. I will take out a small torch and breathe my own fire on it and hand it to them and say, it always tastes better with a little bit of me in it.
Ew.
And
Ew.
he hesitantly grabs.
Ew.
He hesitantly grabs the torch and is like, "Yeah, we'll definitely use this."
Cook that with that, please.
Is that like an old saying from your
So,
family?
Stuart, I need you to check off your breath weapon for today.
Oh, really?
Oh, no.
I can't even cantrip that? Okay, that's fair, but alright.
Brings a whole new meaning to the word spit roast.
Alright, well, that happened.
You'll get it
You
back
gotta
for-
commit to the bit.
You get it back for after your short rest. And he
commit
looks
to the
towards Xanlis and anything for you, elven friend?
Zanlis is sat at the. Is it like a? Is it a bench or is it tables and chairs?
It's a small round table with about 6 to 7 chairs.
He sort of shuffles on the chair with his back to
I thought it
the
was
waiter, looking towards the door, just sort of doing his clicking again, snapping, creating sparks, just nervous tick, and just been like, water, please. Like, he's quite tense.
All right, and then you see as he finally takes his final note and he runs into the kitchen, and about 10 minutes later, all your food has been brought. Your spit roast rabbit is back on the same stick in which you lit the fire on. So he hands it back to you for.
Oh, he just literally, he took that literally. Okay. Like, I was
I don't
expecting,
think that's very sanitary.
I expected him to, like, use that for the range, but okay. Like, these people are dumber than I am. Alright, I'll make lemonade with this.
Well,
Can I do a medicine check to see if that's sanitary?
No, it's perfectly fine. It's just that
Okay.
they used the fire and then they stuck the rabbit on the stick.
Oh, okay, that's a little better than I was thinking they were doing.
Lilac,
Alright.
tapping the side of her head during the last 10 minutes, you've explained, like, pretty much everything up to this point. Wait, so you're telling me we can avoid you guys can avoid a sentencing if we fix the train?
Yes, we can.
That's great
However,
news.
However, there is something peculiar that we must do.
What's that?
We must negotiate with terrorists.
Gasp.
Yeah, gasp
She states
indeed.
this.
And you will be helping us.
Double gasp. I'm almost enthusiastic about this. Honestly, I'm more interested in what you guys are getting up to and how you're gonna go about this. So she lets out like a pretty like unnerving chuckle. Yeah, I'll follow whatever you guys are up to. What's the plan? What bargaining chips do we have?
Me.
They will
You.
do multiple talkings with the creatures, and I will be ready with Warhammer when thing happens like Knowles did.
Yes, we mustn't repeat the past. Never forget the Knolls.
Lilac just watches as both
Never
Vargak
forget
and-
the null.
Yeah. Lilac just watches as Vargak and Dr. No mention never forget the Knolls and stare into like the distance with just this look on their eyes. Not gonna ask. Not gonna ask about that one.
You just simply, like, you just see Barkak's hand slowly goes over the hilt of his Warhammer, you know?
Dr. No's lip quivers a bit.
They were so bitey. So many teeth.
So many teeth to pull out. So many stitches to stitch.
Oh my god. Alright, so after about a few minutes, or about 20-30 minutes of you guys finally eating your meal, having your waters, and prepping for whatever you intend to do afterwards. That being noted, you guys pay for your food. There's only about 2 gold pieces from each of you. To those who had water, pay nothing. Or to the one person that had water, you pay nothing. You guys prep and leave the tavern. As you guys are out in the streets, you guys notice that the sun is beginning to kind of slink over the white cap of the mountain that you see down south. So you can definitely feel that night is starting to come.
Wow, it is absolutely gorgeous here. Oh well, let's go meet up with these terrorists.
Let us be on the way!
Was
By the way, how do we meet the terrorists?
Sorry, other question, was us stopping for dinner considered a short rest?
Yes.
Ah, okay.
Like I said, any time about 30 minutes is considered a short rest.
Thank you.
So how much health would I recover from that?
Whatever your hit dice will allow. I mean, considering the fact that you guys... No, whatever your hit dice is, unless you've already healed up. I mean, I would have generally said that you healed up by then.
I'm at like 26 out of 33, so is it okay if I just top off?
Yeah.
Alright.
Alright, so you guys... So who's asking where the terrorists are?
I am! We
All
don't
right.
know where we're going!
We've got
You
no
were
clue.
you were told that they were held within the main castle, pretty much where the jail is, and in order to get in, you just had to present your coins to the guards.
Alright then, does anyone know their way to the castle?
There is a giant castle in the middle of the city. Or
Well, I just point.
yeah, you as you kind of like, where's this castle? Like points to the giant one that's right in the middle.
Unless that's
Dr.
a
Nero
default
goes,
castle.
Shala deduction.
Very well, then let us be on our way. And he just starts walking in the wrong direction.
Well, I just casually like hooks him with the back of one of her spears and like points him towards it.
Zanless is trying to sneak away sort of slowly.
I will pick him up
Dr.
by
No
the
snaps
scruff.
his neck and like and looks at them just like an owl.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I love that.
Zanless, make a stealth check.
Zamless?
Yes.
I think
Zanless.
he's
Yeah,
already
2 seconds. I'm just checking my stuff.
I think he already left.
Alright.
7.
7.
I-
You
oh.
literally your entire party sees as you start trying to walk the other direction in hopes that you wouldn't be noticed, but everyone noticed.
I'll pick him up by the scruff and just turn him in the other direction, just like Dr. No.
So as you two try to walk away, you are both lifted up by your scruff, turned around towards the direction of the castle.
Zanless has just this deadpan, sort of disappointed look on his face as he groans.
And Dr. No's like, his expression hasn't changed. Ah, there it is. Alright, then let us be on our way.
Alright, so you guys spend maybe about 5 minutes trying to get to the center of the castle, or center of the main part of the castle. As you meet up with the gates, you are immediately halted by what looks to be about 2 or 3 guards who are just trying to make sure that they can do their due process after showing your guys' the shiny golden medals. They immediately let you pass through. Pretty much trying to find this jailhouse is not a hard feat. considering the fact that you can see people are going through their due processes, especially those who have already committed crimes for the day. So, once again, after talking with some guards, some wardens, you are taken pretty much into a separate building far off to the side, and you are met with another large individual who's probably a bit more stern looking, and his armor is far more fancier than any of the others that you have met while you have been within the castle walls. So as he stands in front of you, it's like, so I've heard a lot of you are looking to seek an audience with these individuals.
Indeed, we are. Specifically me. And I have business to attend to.
Right. May I ask, what is the main intention for this?
Negotiations, my good sir.
What are you negotiating?
Can I roll a deception check?
Sure. What are you trying to decept, though?
I don't know, like, we're trying to, like, I'm pretty sure they don't want us to heal the, prisoners in exchange for information, or, like, unless they're okay with that.
Well, try it. Well, what do you say towards him? And then I'll determine that.
We are merely looking for some information. Nothing more and nothing less, no matter the costs.
What I am asking for is, what information are you trying to get out of them? They're not exactly very talkative.
He thinks for a bit. That is a good question. Alright, I'm just gonna, like, make a lie and roll a deception check.
Alright, what do you tell him?
Oh, no, I haven't rolled yet.
No, what do you tell him?
Yeah, because basically he's either going to say, like, you succeed in telling him that thing, or you have failed in telling him that thing.
Okay. We are merely looking for someone that they might know.
And he kind of cocks his head and... Yeah, go ahead, roll a deception on that.
Alright. That is an 18 minus 1, so... Oh, wait. Yeah, that's 17.
Alright,
Nice job.
well, if it's a matter of finding an individual, I think they have hurt more than enough people, and you might be able to get something out of them. Just...
Excellent! Now, I have a question.
If they get out of hand, there's a lever at the end of the room that you're allowed to use.
There will be no need. However, I do have another question for you. Is there possibly a side room that could be of use to us for interrogation?
Balazar gets excited. Ooh, bad cop, good cop, bad cop. I call bad cop.
No, each one has an individual cell within this building. There is no back room.
This may be difficult. Alright then, let us be on our way.
Is it okay if they're impudent if we use force?
There's a lever at the end of the room that you're allowed to use.
So you're saying we can beat them with lever. Got it.
I'm saying that if they begin to misbehave, we have a way of getting them to not misbehave.
Does there happen to be a room next door to the holding area? Something empty that I can use?
Unfortunately not. This building was specifically designed for those from the Underdark.
This shall be a bit of a challenge. Either way, we shall, let's try it.
Alright. So, you guys enter through what looks to be this slightly dark and almost that musky, undergroundy smell, while you're in here. As you look on top of the building, you notice that there's something about them. Who has a passive of 14 and above? Passive perception of 14 and above.
I do, actually.
Oh, you do. So you. Who else?
Dr. No.
No, who else other than Dr. Now?
Oh, Stab.
Well, Passive,
Yeah.
passive
me,
perception.
Yeah.
I have 15.
15. All right. And Stabby, what's yours?
I thought mine was 14. It's 13.
Okay. So Dr. No and Zamlis, as you guys notice as you walk into the room or within the building, you notice that there are arcane lines all above the ceiling, and it all leads back to a lever system that's all the way in the back of the room, and it seems like there's levers for each cell, and they all seem to have some activation to them. Not exactly sure what they do, but
Quick question: are the cells like in bars, or they're like solid walls that they can't see through?
the way that the room is, each cell is structured, they are not bars, but there's metal walls. And
Okay,
then
that's even...
within those within some of the doors have the metal bars which you can see through.
Okay, good. So I guess we just open all the bars and like get all their attention.
So as soon as you walk in, you hear some of the scrambling to some that try to get away from the door as best they can, or some that probably know that there's a presence within the cell block.
Greetings and salutations, my compatriots.
Ooh, that's a good opening. They're already probably intimidated.
Most likely. I have a proposition for you. I'm just waiting for an answer for one of them.
Make a persuasion check.
Alright. Oh, natural one.
Oh no!
You hear some slight shifting from 3 of the cells, but then you don't get an answer.
Zanless is getting a bit sick of it, so he walk. Are you just trying to get attention of these prisoners or something?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, Zanless is just gonna walk ahead. He's gonna take his staff and he's gonna like stamp it on the ground and just cause flames to erupt. It's like, now listen here. I really don't want to be here any longer than I have to. I just wanted a nice time to myself, a nice cabin, and now I'm here talking to you with these guys who I don't like. And I'm gonna roll a intimidation.
Okay.
It is a 16, 17, 19, 22. 22.
22. So
I rolled a 16, but I have a +6 intimidation.
So as you slam your staff down to the ground, you create this bolstering light outside of the cells. You hear some of the from the first cell that you're standing right in front of, and a couple of cells down. You hear it's like, all right, fine, and you see one of the arms stick out from behind the bars as she retracts back.
Zanless points to that hand and just turns back to Dr. Noah and is like, make it quick.
Excellent!
Boy, he makes a really good bad cop. Well done.
Indeed. Dr. Noah walks up to the cell and sees who's inside.
So you notice that this is the most familiar one. This is the one that you had fucked up the face to.
Oof. Oh, jeez. I take it I'm gonna have disadvantages here.
That depends on how you proceed this conversation.
I was going to say, one of the things that Vargok will do is he'll actually walk over in plain view to the lever and put a claw on it and just kind of be like, answer Dr. No's questions.
Anyway, so I approached the mage and I burned her face off, and I was like, I have a proposition for you! And he just points at her. What's her response?
I remember your face.
And so do I.
I also
Before
remember
I
Dr.
destroyed it.
If you want me to speak, and whatever proposition you intend to provide, it better be good.
It will be. You see, we are trying to make peace negotiations with Dragger. They're called the Dragger, right?
Durgar.
Durgar. Durgar and Dragger. Okay. We are trying to make negotiations with the Durgar. However, we need someone to set up the deal with. So I was wondering if I could offer you some of my services in exchange for some information.
The fact that you think that my kind and Duragar get along is cute.
There are connections everywhere. You'll never know. All I ask is a simply, like, if not a connection to the Durgar, at least a connection to the Underdark itself, you see.
Make a persuasion.
Alright. Persuasion. Ooh, that's a 16.
See? Our plans already failed. I don't see any point in holding in the truth anymore.
Alright then.
Me and my associates are not a part of the Underdark community of Drows like we wanted to be. What happened between me and my companions is that we banded together and started practicing the old ways. Our new god, as she is right now, feeds off kindness and perseverance or some sense of self-righteousness. But me and my friends here, we decided that those ways were not going to be the ways that should represent the Drow. We need to be feared again. We need to stand up and spit in the face of those who intend to take our home again.
Oh, dear Christ, they're emo teenagers.
Oh dear.
I think we've made
What
a
do you know of our history? What do you know about us? 5,000 years ago, my people were slaughtered. And then, only to be birthed just within the new generation, only to be recreated. To know that history, to know that it was going to be repeated by a man like Kurhawk. Oh yes, call us what you like, but the truth is none of you really know what our history is like, what we have faced.
Excuse me, I don't mean to interrupt your wonderful little speech there, but how old are you specifically? Because, like, 5,000 years, that's a pretty long time. I'm pretty sure you didn't experience shit.
Our race was extinct up until recently.
Could you
Doctor, no, that word, extinct, it mean gone forever, right?
Indeed. It is quite curious.
They don't exist?
That is a very good point. Continue.
Like I said, up until recently. Our new goddess. She started from the ground up. And thus, she wanted to try and restructure the Drows in hopes that we can create peace.
That sounds like a good plan.
Well, Lolth is dead.
Okay.
This new goddess, too narrow-minded.
For what it's worth, I think there is some merit in trying to recapture the old ways. Like, you were born into a world almost against your will. Trying to recapture what made the Drow. I can kind of understand that to a certain degree, but what does taking control of a train have to do with that?
It was going to lead as a statement that we're back, that we were going to do what we can to defend our home again, and that if anyone wanted to try and get into the Underdark like they had before, they would have dealt with a much more threatening force than before.
Okay, so, important question here. Have you dealt with Durga?
In my recent knowledge, we've known that the Durgar are not exactly the most easiest to deal with. And I wouldn't even consider them anywhere near the word kin. They're too
No.
violent, and they were also one of the causes of our betrayal.
Says woman who tried to crash train into station. Yeah, too violent. Yeah.
No, let her continue.
If it means anything to any of you, I still stand by what I intended to do, what we intend to do. You can try and go into the Underdark and try to negotiate with them yourselves, but I highly doubt that you're going to get anything.
Is there anyone we can talk to help at least make this easier? Someone or anything.
Maybe a nice aunt. Kindly old grandpa. Literally anyone but you, apparently.
She lets out a wicked smile. There might be one, since she seems to respect you Overworlder so much. Perhaps an audience with the goddess herself?
I just want to know how to get into Underdark. That's my question.
Yes.
What might that question be?
As I said, how you get into Underdark?
There are many entrances. I believe somewhere within the valley of this mountain here, if you look a little hard enough, might be a cave entrance that we would have fled to should things have gotten far too out of hand.
Can you relay any specifics?
Make a persuasion check.
Oof, that's a natural 2.
Cool. Do I need to pull the lever and make that natural 2 a much higher number?
No. I have a solution. I slowly walk up to the cell door on the window. Show me your face.
She walks up, and you see what looks it seems to have been heavily damaged by the spell that in which you casted upon her face. It seems like
Wow,
nobody
you
has
got it
done
real
it.
good.
It seems like none of these wounds have been healed since they've gotten here.
Okay, perfect. And that's the case. I'm going to cast a 3rd level Cure Wounds.
So as you reach out and you just barely touch her face, she grabs your wrist in violence because she can't trust you.
Allow me to show you some of the kindness that you reject. I have no intention of harming you. You merely tried to take my life.
you did destroy half of her face.
Shush. Let me show you the same kindness that you reject. I have no intention of hurting you. You tried to take my life, and for the most part you succeeded, so I had to react. Allow me to right this wrong.
You see as she holds tightly towards your wrist, she slightly lets go. And as you touch her face, you cast Cure Wounds as you see the terrible scarring that was there before suddenly begins to heal up, and it seems to look a lot better.
Now, are you willing to cooperate?
In the valley down below, there is a small forest where the black leaves have fallen. That is where you will find the cave, which is the main entrance into the Underdark. However, there are those who are drawn to that evil, who are drawn to the darkness down below. I cannot guarantee your safety.
It is simply worth a shot. You have my humblest of thanks.
Yeah, you were surprisingly forthcoming. Thank you. One last question, actually. Puts up a finger. Does your organization have a name? Like something we should be on the lookout for, just in case we find any other Drow who are interested in, you know, causing mischief?
We stood alone. Me and my compatriots here. You
Ooh,
might
so-
find a few who may share our beliefs, but those down within the Underdark who are guarded by our goddess will probably find you more beneficial, I suppose.
Honestly, the fact that you don't have an organization and it's more a grassroots thing that's just cropping up places is kind of more frightening in itself.
Also, if you could tell us the if you could tell us the name of this new goddess and how to contact her, you did give us that piece of pretty good advice.
The goddess. Her name is Ilias Trey.
Ilias Trey. Right?
Another set up an appointment.
If you wish to seek an audience with her, find the Dwarven village, or find the Elven village within the Underdark. Just be careful.
There's only one village?
We are small, but we grow.
They did just come back from extinction.
That's fair. That's right.
Yeah, that's on us. You look down embarrassed.
That's my bee.
It was you. It was only you. That's not a character. Don't think Dr. No would say that. It was only you.
I'm fairly optimistic. I mean, apparently we got a nice goddess resurrecting people, turning them nice for nice things, and then we got 3, admittedly, doing better eggs. I mean, I wouldn't mind even helping these people with their trial. Maybe we can get them on some sort of like work permit or something other than just straight up death. Young lady, are you? Yeah, young lady, are you willing to possibly walk down the path of redemption?
The only path of redemption is if overworlders like you finally suffer the same fate we have.
Okay, you took 2 steps backwards. Let's keep going.
And as you say 2 steps backwards, she immediately backs into the dark corner of herself.
Yeah, that's their prerogative, I guess.
Dr. No wants to get to the attention of the other prisoners too.
As you kind of try and see if you can get the attention of the other prisoners, they're slightly unresponsive, I suppose. They don't seem heavily damaged, aside from one of the other individuals.
I want to get his attention. The damaged one.
Make a, I would say make a perception, or persuasion.
Alright, hopefully it's better luck this time. 3.
Yeah, no, you are incapable of trying to get him to,
Zanless, you might wanna...
Bad cop it up.
You wanna do the thing?
Who am I bad copying? The
wounded
thingy
one.
again.
The one with the chunk out of their shoulder.
Okay. Yeah, Zanless is right. This is what I was about prestidigitation, because it says that I can create any non-magical item that can fit in the palm of my hand, but it doesn't state it has to be in my hand where I can make it appear. Is that right? Yeah.
Yes, that is correct.
What's the range on it?
Does it specify? I don't think it
I don't
specifies.
think it specifies.
I think it should be good for this kind of situation. Like, we're in like a
Oh, no,
zone,
honestly,
so-
it might have to do something with like line of sight or something. I'm pulling it up.
I say just go ahead.
Okay, it's just so Zanless. So she's refusing to answer now, is she?
No, the other one. The one who's the other one who's heavily damaged.
See. Okay.
You know, the
And
one
she-
whose shoulder I bit into and ripped out a piece.
I just want to get her. I just want to get his attention. I don't want to like intimidate him.
You can create a non-magical trinket or an illusionary image that can fit in your hand that lasts until the end of your next turn. Oh, that's more for combat, really. I mean, oh, the range is 10 feet.
Okay. I guess Xanless will just like snap it like Roy Mustang, just snap a finger and create a big spark, big blast right in front of the of that person's cell. Do I roll intimidate for that, or?
I just want to get his attention. I don't want to intimidate him.
So yeah, he's just gonna do that. He's gonna look over to the other cell and just sort of snap his finger and create just a huge like a sort of magician puff of smoke, but with a fireball, just to get the attention of the person.
As you create that fireball, that bright light, they immediately react and they try and stray further away from the door.
They're kind of light shining at buddy. I mean, it was a good attempt, but
Smooth moves.
Xanla's like, let's try this then, and he's gonna look over to the lever that was mentioned earlier, and he's not gonna walk over to the lever. I'm just gonna use Mage Hand and just grab the lever.
Bargok has his hand on the lever, ready to pull. You could just say the word.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I honestly forgot too. That's not on X.
I mean, you guys got the information you want. It doesn't seem like this guy's gonna
I just like.
hold over. So
What I want to do is
Dr. No
like.
just wants to fix them.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
pretty
that
much.
these
That's
are good.
exactly it.
These are good boys. They want to fix them.
as
I
far
know.
as he knows, he doesn't probably want to be bothered right now.
Alright, suit yourself.
If we've got our information, can we just go?
I suppose.
That works for
Yes.
me, but your efforts, like, your intent in the effort isn't lost on me. Double finger guns at you. Like,
Double fingers back.
this is interesting to me because you said a lot of good stuff back there. You could have just been all fire and brimstone and I'm gonna torture this out of you and blah blah blah. No, you gave like a cool speech and she really opened up. Like, it's not enough just to do good or whatever or do bad. You gotta have a certain dramatic flair to it. She has no dramatic flair, and I can appreciate the fact that you've got it.
Of course.
Oh my
Nothing.
God. Your
Nothing
coat
bad could
billows
happen from
in
helping
the-
the others.
Your coat billows in the wind when you say that. Oh my God.
I am merely doing my job as a doctor, no matter the costs. To be perfectly honest, some supplies things didn't go as bloody on my end.
So as you guys decide that there's probably no more information here, as you guys begin to walk out the door, is like, glad things didn't have to get bloody on my end. And you see the guard kind of tilt his head, is like,
Don't worry about that.
Wait, you cut out. What did the guard say?
yeah, the guard is looking at you guys like, whoa.
Trust me, you have no idea how messy an operating table can get.
Fair enough.
So we're leaving now, yeah?
Yeah, you guys are finally
'Cause
making
so-
your way out of the
Okay, so
castle walls,
Xanless-
and you're back into the main. You're back into the
No,
main
no,
city.
yeah. Because I wanted to do something.
Oh, what did you want to do?
So, well, Xanless lets everyone sort of leave and be out of eye shot, and he looks back to the cell, and he's like, on the train, the compatriot at the front of the cart, he was with you too, yes?
You hear the female voice towards the back. Is like, yes. Do you know what happened to him?
You could say that, and this time he is gonna create Mage Hand on the lever, and be like, it went something like this. He's gonna pull the lever and then walk out.
Oh.
Why?
Damn.
Dick,
All
move!
that good work.
As you grab the lever,
I'm sorry, I can't have this character just be going along with this goody two shoes stuff.
That
As
is
you-
a-okay.
As your character uses Mage's hand to grab the lever, it goes, and you hear zzz, and you see what looks to be an arcane ley line as it runs towards that room, as soon as it hits, you see a bright sunlight as it goes through. You hear the deafening screams of a female drow as she is suffering under the sunlight spell.
Hold on. Can Dr. No literally flash up inside the room, like, once he hears screams?
We're out of earshot, man.
No, I waited. Like Xanless waited for everyone to leave before doing this.
Shit. Okay. Well,
he literally he didn't even wait to see all that. He just pulled the switch and left because he knew what would happen.
Yeah. So.
Damn it.
As Xanless, as you walk out, you see the guard as he's slightly impressed, I suppose. But the lever does click back up after a couple of seconds, with unbeknownst to you. But you know, you probably hurt somebody. They will remember.
Yeah,
that.
no, Xanless was pissed that he nearly died by that guy. So yeah, he wanted to get a bit of payback.
Oh man, what's his alignment?
So
You decide.
it's now leaning towards chaotic neutral at this point, because I generally have a rule of figuring out people's alignment, starting at true neutral and then go up.
I just feel, I just feel that everything's going a bit too. Oh yeah. Well, I'll heal your wounds. Oh, thanks for the information. Oh, good. I just like, there's got to be someone here to just balance out the bullshit.
Well, no,
and just feel like, right.
No, it's
fuck
cool,
off.
bro. It's cool.
Right,
No, let's.
Argog had his hand on the thing because it was going to be like, oh,
Look,
yeah. Answer the question.
Everyone wanted to know.
Cool.
Everyone must have wanted to know what that lever did. I couldn't have
that
been,
is true.
I couldn't
No.
have been the only one.
I did want to know. Thank you for pulling it.
I had an idea what it would do, but
Yeah,
but
that's
still.
pretty
Also-
intense. I really like our dynamic so far. Actually, it's good.
Also, what rich evil bastards put a sunlight spell, which could only be good against drow, in their prison, like at the basement of this castle? Because that had to take some
Remember-
setup. Like they didn't just set it up tomorrow or yesterday. Like
So here's the thing. As I've explained before, in the general lore, that drows have begun to pop up a lot in this world. Drows commit crimes, and so small cell blocks like these have been built.
Not all drow. Excuse me. Not all drow. Hashtag.
Jesus fucking Christ.
well,
I just
yeah.
thought that this city is nice.
I was like, what?
For that.
Yeah, I'm just like, wow, they got race-specific prisons. This is way more racist than freaking Balazar.
This is really why Balazar wanted to come here.
There's entire torture chambers, but if you want some people to talk, you got to poke in the right places, I suppose. All right, so
Attack the weak point for big damage.
with that being said, you guys are back into the main city town. It's starting to hit nightfall around here. Is there anything else that you guys want to do, or do you just want to go ahead and start heading out to your mission?
Let's like rest up for the night and let's head out.
Yeah.
All right.
Are we still allowed to sleep at Monty's, or do we have to pay for an inn?
Oh no, you're staying at Monty's. That's pretty much your home base for right now.
Free night?
Free night.
Free night.
Oh, a quick question. What's the bunk relation between Dr. No and Xanless?
It's a room of 8 beds. It's a pretty big room, so you guys pretty much you guys can sleep as near as you want. But Xanless has explicitly stated that he wants him as far away from you guys as possible.
Yeah, Xanless is like when we all set up there. I do remember like everyone chose like beds near each other, and Xanless chose like the bed furthest away from everyone else, and just lay on it and went to sleep.
Dr. No is gonna like can I choose my bunk now or
Yeah, if you want to, you could literally just move everything to a different
right
bed
next
if
to
you wanted
Xanless?
All right.
I imagine like Balazar is up like sharing ghost stories with the others, and like Xanless is being a party pooper in the corner.
While like Balazar's sharing ghost stories, and everyone's starting to wind down. Like he approaches Xanless, and when he's getting ready to go to bed. You there? What did you do?
Whatever do you mean?
I don't know. I just have a incredulous suspicion that something might have been wrong. Did you get any more information from them?
Make an insight check on your end, and Xanless, make a
That is a 15.
make a deception.
I got a 15 on my end.
All right, and Xanless, make a deception.
Oh wait, hold on. Fuck, I didn't factor in my like modifier. That'd actually be a 21.
Oh shit! All right.
Xanless.
X.
No, I did not get any more information out of her.
Did you know? Did anything else happen? Surely there had to be a reason why you trailed behind.
Really, the less I have to spend in all of your company, the better.
Noted. He just like goes back to bed.
And that is when the owl creature. Oh my God, Doctor! No, you just scared me when I was talking about the owl creature with the big eyes. Whew.
So, as you begin to tell your final ghost story, you guys begin to rest up for the night, and a new morning begins. You guys begin to pack your equipment and embrace into whatever dark new worlds you guys will be facing. The Underdark. So, as you all begin to pack away and you end up leaving out in the early morning, you start heading down. What you see is the general pathway, what looks to be a dark valley on the bottom of the mountainside. It will take you about half a day's travel in order to get there. As you do, you see what looks as the giant rolling hills and the mountainsides between these two peaks. By the time you finally get down to the bottom, you see that about somewhere a little bit into the midday, you are within this giant foresty area, and I need someone to make a survival check just to see where you're at.
Anybody good at these? I am terrible.
I have a +5 in survival, so let me roll it.
Yeah, I've got a +2 on mine.
I actually have +6, but I'm gonna let him roll.
8, 19, 12. I got 13.
13? That's good. That's good. So, Xanless...
22.
22? Alright. Xanless and Vargak, you guys, in a combined effort in understanding what looks to be a basic landscape of this area, you begin to kind of inspect in hopes to find these blackened leaves in order to find the entrance to the Underdark. To which it does take you about another 4 to 5 hours in order to find it. And in searching, you guys see as the sun begins to slink behind the mountain again, it's probably best if you guys want to go ahead and set up camp at this point. And so, as you guys begin to find what looks to be a clearing, you see that there is definitely a small camping spot that's been used several different times for every different adventurer or traveler that goes in between villages and the main city. So as you guys begin to set up here, that's where we're going to go ahead and take a 10-minute break, and then we will be back for the other half of D6.
We're
Hey.
gonna be back.
All right, just a moment, real quick before we go on our break. I was going to go ahead and talk to the chat for a little bit on the YouTube side of things, just to kind of separate the Twitch and the YouTube show a bit, and we're just going to hang out there. Whoever wants to stop by, if whoever in the party wants to take a bathroom break, go right ahead. But I'm good until we're ready to quit for the night. So,
All right. So with that, if you guys want to go head on over to the loading crew over on YouTube and have a chat with our wonderful, wonderful creators and players, I will we'll head off here for a little while, and then we'll be back at 4:25 Pacific Standard Time, 7:25 Eastern Standard Time.
coolio.
All right. All right. See you guys then.
All right, hello, hello, hello. 1 second. We're just getting some things set up. Hello, hello, YouTube. How you guys doing? And who's hanging out with me while we talk to chat?
I can be here.
All right, hey, Takoa. Are we?
I gotta go to the bathroom real quick, but I'll like hop into bed.
That's Boo. Hi, Boo. And then
yes, hello.
I think Stabby's taking a bathroom break. I think X is going to take one real quick. So, hey, how is everyone doing? So, just tonight, oh my god, I hate having the number 0 as my hot bar. I'm going to fix that later. Because as I switch through web pages, it just spams 0 all over. So, yeah.
Oh yeah, no, I hit mine as well.
I'm going to change. What do you have yours set up as?
Well, hilarious enough, I haven't set it as forward, no, sorry, backslash. The reason for that is because if I'm using a lot of programs, it doesn't automatically open up chat for typing and stuff, so I can just not worry about it. But you could also do like right shift, for instance, because that's not going to be used as often, you know.
Yeah, okay, I switched it to right shift. Hello! Hello, YouTube. Welcome. So, just so people know, like, this is kind of going to be the standard from now on as far as, like, just getting things set up. So, on YouTube, we will stream, like, just the House War kind of stuff. And you can kind of see how this works. We have unlocked 2 characters. We've got Plusle and Minum, who copy the Twitch perk. And then currently on the Twitch side of things, we've got the new character, Guardian Golurk, who who has damage reduction, but also reduced damage. So, but as it says on YouTube, it says damage. I will fix that real quick. So, excuse me. How are you doing, Takoa? Are you enjoying tonight's game? Takoa?
I think Dakoa's dead.
Takoa just...
I'm not dead. I just started pressing the wrong button because I thought I switched it, and obviously I hadn't yet.
Yeah, I'm not wild about push to talk normally because half the time.
It's kind of weird because listening a bit, there's portions of dead air when I know that people would probably be either like laughing or something like that, and that brings a little bit more life to things. I mean, like for those on YouTube, what is your opinion on it? Should we just kind of like throw caution to the wind and go push to talk off and just, you know, you hear the snickering, the side comments, the jokes, you know.
I mean, I gotta keep it on because like I got like 2 fans falling on me. I have no AC in my place. We all know how bad that's gonna be.
Is YouTube listening?
Sorry, I'm doing something on the thing because I realized I've got it says Guardian 40% damage reduction minus 20% damage.
Well, you know that damage. It's a really important stat. Actually, something that damages damage, would that just be healing? Or would that be like critical hit?
I'm not sure at the moment. So yeah. How are you? Are you having fun tonight, Doctor Nope? Doctor Nope.
Oh yeah, totally. Until Xana's kind of like fucking undercut everything I worked for.
Yeah.
Cool,
So,
but it's cool.
okay, this is what I think is really funny, because like I said, like when we walked in, I was like, no, I'll make sure Dr. No is successful in whatever he's trying to ask. So the first thing I do is walk over to the lever and visibly put my hand on it, going, okay, cool. Whenever they don't answer a question, we'll just pull the lever.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, not above the torture thing, but yeah, we were trying to bridge gaps here, you know,
I was
because
just gonna heal their
They
wounds
tried to
anyway.
kill a ton of
so-
people. Vargok gives no shits to the existence of their well-being.
I think X is misinterpreting when I say Balazar is a racist. Not that he is like Grand Wizard Balazar, but like he
Yeah.
he doesn't know that. Oh, hey, yeah, that's not okay. Like,
He's an accidental racist. There's an important distinction.
exactly. I'm getting sticky keys from using right shift, so I'm gonna find a new key.
Alrighty. Right control.
What I have is like left shift, and I like put like the way my setup is, I can just like put my thumb on it and like yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, I was re-listening to episode 1 just to make sure I had the voice and everything back down again, and I actually got to that point where we were fighting in the back cabin, and you say the whole thing of after they changed to reveal that they're drow, and you're like, well, you know, I'm not trying to be racist, but, and then you say some things, and I just lean over and go, that's a racist. It's just like, yeah, no, that's just a running joke now.
It's like,
Grand
to be
Wizard
fair,
Balazar.
to be fair, I suspected you from the beginning, but that may run deeper issues than
Yeah, yeah.
than anything else. I have some problems to work out.
Yes, you do.
Eureka thievery and what's the word? I'm trying to think of something. Fuck, can't think right now.
Yeah, I'm trying to. I think I plan on doing Vargok really is just kind of true neutral, because he understands you can't save everybody, but at the same time he also understands that the law sucks.
Oh yeah, totally. You're pretty much our only like peace broker right now.
Yes, I know, which is funny when everybody's like, I will do the talking. And I'm sitting here going, I have higher charisma than you.
Exactly.
Which is why I like the idea of Dr. No doing all this talking. He's like, roll charisma. I fail. And then
So I make
Vargok
up
just
about my
steps up and-
actual actions. That's
Yeah.
key. There's always a backup.
Yes, and the answer is your big, scaly lizard man friend.
Exactly.
Volkok, they just don't seem to listen. I think they have an infection of the ear. Volkok, go clean it out.
Exactly.
Oh, I like it.
I was actually like,
Go
I
ahead.
was actually like planning to get a bit more brutal with my healing, but since they were like behind a cage, then that would have been hard to do.
Yes, yes, yes.
Still, I like a party full of non-asshole like murder goblins or murder hobos. Like,
Yeah,
Murder goblins.
I like this instead. This is fine.
Yeah, there's a large amount of quirkiness, but there's also a bit of seriousness. Although I will say, okay, so I am curious to know
Mhm.
if we let X's character walk away, would anybody actually go after him? Because Vargok sure as hell wouldn't.
Well, that's
Doctor-
sorry. Go ahead.
Go on, go ahead. You're good.
Well, I mean, okay. At the moment, even Balazar at this point probably would let him because it's like, hey, we'll take care of the problem, man. You go do your thing. Just don't kill nobody. So,
Now that's what I'm concerned about.
yeah.
But we kill people, Doctor No.
I didn't kill anyone. In fact, none of us did actually.
Go.
No, but we could easily probably picture in our previous adventures.
Oh no, like the
I
thing
mean,
is, Doctor,
the
like,
Knolls.
oh yeah, the Knolls.
I hope
Yeah,
that just
the
becomes a running
Knolls.
joke.
I loved that. Oh my god.
Never forget the Knolls.
I
No, because like I just pictured, like I totally pictured Doctor No going to a group that obviously would never negotiate, like you know, a group of gnolls or kobolds or goblins, and just be like, you know, I would love to give, you know, to help you out in regards for you not totally going and pillaging and burning down that village over there. And they just look at you, pull out their blades, and Vargok's like, oh god. So he grabs Dr. No by like the collar, tosses him back, and just starts wading into the fight.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I love Dr. No so much. I want to, like, so far I think Lilac's the only person who straight up murdered a person so far.
Yeah, and you're like the cinnamon roll of the group.
Yeah.
What's the irony in that?
Yeah, so her deal is, and I think she's actually just gonna explain it to the group. If there is anything that even vaguely approaches a duel between swordsmen, she takes that 100% seriously. Anything else, she doesn't want people to die. She's 100% on board. But specifically, she has an image of like an ultra romanticized image of sword duels. And,
Okay, so we're back.
Okay.
We are
Welcome
back.
everyone. Yeah,
back.
we're back.
We're back to Rise.
We're back on Twitch. Hello, everyone. So thank you all who remained nearby and ever so dear to our hearts.
We
So
love you.
Can that thing last?
so with that, all of our friends are back. We managed to get some information, and now we're on to the second half of our little adventure here on D6. So. Oh, nope. It did it again, dang it.
Oops,
Yeah.
I did it again.
That's the one problem is, like, if I pause for, like, a couple of seconds on the Bluetooth, it stops working.
Oh man, if only there was a program that had a jukebox that we could use.
Not using Roll20, damn it.
Um,
Nothing you can do to convince me otherwise.
I mean, like, it's real good, and we can have other visuals going that the whole party can see.
But it's
Hey,
too
no,
long and
we're live, we're
complicated.
live. Let's get back into it.
All right, so that. Let's see. So, I actually need someone to make another survival check, as it is coming close to the end of this day. So, it is to make point that to keep an eye out during the night to whoever wants to take a watch first, to kind of make sure to stay alert.
I rolled a 15.
You rolled a 15.
Do you want me to
Okay.
roll again?
No, I'll keep that noted. So who wants to, since you're all camping out at night, is there anyone that wants to do watches, or do you guys just want to camp and hope for the best?
Let's see here. Are we possibly near an entrance to the Underdark?
You're not exactly sure just yet.
Okay. Well, if we're anywhere near close to it, watches would probably be a very smart idea.
Yeah, let's just do watches.
All right. So who wants to take first round of the watch?
Yo, I will take first watch. I will stay up, and I will not let anything get past me. I say, expecting a punchline.
Expecting 10 minutes in and you've passed out.
Right. So, so as you all begin to prepare and you end up sleeping in your confines, you find, Balazar, that it's a relatively easy night. You see, you know, what looks to be the small forest creatures that come passing by every now and again. They all manage to stay away from the small open flame in the center of the encampment to kind of just, you know, stay away from there. Is their general idea. Who's next on watch?
How dark is it? Is it like pitch black at this point?
Yeah, you guys are under giant trees, so the moonlight's not able to pierce as well.
Okay, I can take it if need be, but somebody who actually has night vision would probably be a better one to go with.
I think I've got dark vision.
All right. So,
Zanless will take it.
all right. So Zanless, as you take the next watch, telling Balazar to go fuck himself to sleep, you sit by the fire, kind of just staring into it, and you begin to think back a bit of home. You know, why everything's led you here. Several misunderstandings and misfortunes and bothersome problems that constantly drag you down. Make a perception check.
2 seconds. I rolled a 5, but I haven't checked my modifier yet. 2 seconds.
Okay.
10.
10. As you begin to kind of stare out into the dark forest past the fire, you see little balls of light just off into the distance. They have a faint glow to them, and you can kind of hear little whispers of a tongue that you may not be familiar with. Do you know Infernal?
X.
No, sorry. Yeah, I forget. Common, Deep Speech, Draconic, and Elvish are what I know.
Okay. So, unfamiliar to your tongue, it's as if, you know, a small group of them as they begin to pass by through the forests. You know, as far as you know history, that these are called will-o-wisps. They are basically lost souls of those who have passed, and pretty much they act as little alert dogs for danger to come. And so basically, as they kind of sweep through the forest, they look low and beautiful, but that dark infernal tongue, it kind of makes your heart sink a bit, and you're not exactly sure where that emotion comes from. It might be empathic even. And as they pass, that's pretty much all you see for your night. Who's next on watch?
I'll take it.
Alright. Dr. No!
Yeah.
As you kindly tell the wonderful elven sorcerer to finally catch some Z's, you find yourself sitting by the fire, watching out for your camp. Who was it that did the survival check?
Me.
Oh, you. Okay. Something to also note, as you were kind of just going around the camp before you went to bed, maybe a side note, you're not sure how fresh the tracks are, but you have seen what looks to be very large footsteps, kind of around, kind of going up around the area itself. And then you went off to bed. And Dr. No,
Yeah.
you find yourself by the fire thinking about, you know, life circumstances. You know, as mysterious as you are yourself, you know yourself relatively well. What got you here and you kind of just begin remembering those things that you just prefer not to remember. And you try to find yourself, you know, a bit at the drink, and then you pack it away, and you kind of keep a more keen eye just for the sake of your comrades, making sure that nobody gets hurt. The fire feels nice. It's nice and warm, and
Nice and comfy.
yeah. And so that's going to be the end of your watch. Who's next?
I assume that just. I was gonna say.
Take over.
Okay.
Who's next?
Lilac will definitely take over, I think, after that.
Alright. So Lilac, as you tell the good doctor to finally get some rest, you take a seat next to the fire in order to kind of keep watch of the camp. Make a perception check.
Okay. That is a 3. I've rolled a 1, a 2, and a 3 this session.
Nice.
Any modifiers to it, or is that just?
Oh yeah, no. Sorry. 3 plus 1, 4.
4. Okay. So you don't take your eyes off of the fire at all, and you kind of feel like you're drawn back into a familiar heat, like the heat of battle, the heat of war. You know, you think about how you got here, and you think about the decisions that you've made, and you kind of begin to see faces that you've seen before, and especially those who you respected before, and those who you miss, and kind of rearrange your face just a bit for the night, and then you think back, you know, I'm gonna do better. And you're gonna go ahead and call out Vardgak, as he is the last of the watch. Vardgak,
Yes.
as you take your place very close to the fire,
Yes, with all of my nice little coats, or, furs.
and you take out your flag, as it is the symbol of, you know, of not only just leadership, but something that brings you peace in battle. And as you begin to kind of look at it, you can see that there have been, you know, since your travels here, see the damage that it has taken, and you begin to do your repair finally towards it, and finally piecing it together. This being your treasured possession, and I need you to make a perception check.
Wunderbar. Let's see here. Dice plus 3. That is a 6, so 9.
Alright. So, as you look out, and you kind of just keep a nice close eye on things, somewhere off into the distance, you're not sure if it's a creature or if it's a human or if it's a being, but there seems to be a slight silhouette that you can't make out, but it's almost as if a small shift in the darkness as it begins to leave. And that's doesn't bother, and you kind of keep it close attention, what you think is there. And then the day comes, and you guys have finally gotten your full night's rest. As the new day begins, you guys begin your travel down the road in hopes to find the entrance near the Black Leaves.
Oh man, I'm so glad I got a night's sleep. I hope no one had any existential crisis before bed. Oh, so good.
Yes.
Lilac looks more tired than usual. Yeah.
So I need someone to make one last survival check in order to hopes that you guys will be able to find the forest of the Black Leaves.
I'll do it this time.
Okay.
That is a 14 plus 6. It's 20.
All right. So, as you guys begin to head a little bit more westward, following along the mountain path, you notice that there are a couple of black leaves that seem to finally gotten here. It's nowhere near close to any of these trees. You're not noticing any of them. But you do manage to pick up a few in order to see if you can get that same familiarity. It takes you guys about another hour within the morning. And as you guys begin to get close, you notice that there are more and more black leaves, and you begin to see the shift of green to black within the trees. I need somebody to make a quick perception check.
I'll do it.
Okay.
That is 13 plus. Hold on. 13 plus 6. That's 19.
19. All right, Doctor, as you are pretty much leading the front of this team, you begin to look off into the distance. You see a small, opened clearing, and what looks to be a cave. It's about 15 feet wide, and probably about 25 feet tall. However, you also notice, as you look off into the clearing, that there is husks of carcasses, husks and carcasses that are left out of the cave entrance, and just the mild rotting smell that is beginning to waft towards your guys' senses. You've been told that there's a danger and a looming darkness that brings things here. You're not exactly sure, but there might be something there.
Aha! We have found it!
Wow, can you just, like, smell danger?
Yes, I can, and rotting
Wow.
flesh as well.
As-
I
as you-
recognize that stench anywhere.
As you exclaim, you hear a large billowing huff as it comes out from the cave entrance.
Lilac.
Weapon
Position.
out with
Yeah.
shield.
I tell Lilac position 5.
Dr. No's gonna position himself towards the back.
So, as you guys kind of just begin to see whatever formation you can immediately make up, not even a moment later, I need... Actually, no. Doctor, you're at the front, right?
I hopped back, so...
Who's at the front of the group?
It's probably gonna be me or Balazar.
Yeah, probably one of us. I'm willing to.
You know what? Let's just do both of us.
Yeah. If it's smoke, it should be me because I think I have a resistance to fire. If that's the case.
And my character would love to be warm.
Okay, you're cold-blooded.
Yeah, like he's walking in like Game of Thrones The Wall style furs at this point. Just heavy furs.
Okay, so, first and foremost, you hear a large, like as if a large rock has been removed or broken from inside the cave. And, Balazar, you
Yeah.
see, not a few seconds later after that breaking sound, you see what looks to be a giant rock hurtling towards you, and that is going to be a 27 to hit.
Jesus.
Well, you see, I actually have pretty plated armor. That fucking hits. That fucking hits so goddamn hard. Like, yeah, Balazar just got crushed, guys. Good
Is he
game.
dead?
So that is going to do 24 points. Oh, wait.
Jesus.
Yeah, 24 points of bludgeoning damage as this giant rock boulder just crashes into you and throws you all the way to the back of the party. And you manage to just land back onto your feet, but not even a moment later, you see what looks to be this giant billowing giant as he begins to kind of
Oh, a
stand,
giant.
a giant
Why is he giant?
a giant as he stands towards the mouth of the cave, not wanting to leave immediately, but you guys managing to reform and now stand towards the mouth of the cave in order to kind of see if there might be a better way to handle this. So with that,
I mean, they did warn us. They
Yep.
do.
Yeah.
so,
Oh, hold on. Let me check really quick. Can I see if the giant has a sword?
All
I mean,
right.
that'd just be like a slab of iron or something.
Yeah, right.
It's freaking guts.
Really hoping this thing is.
It's just a really big rock. Like he just
Combat
broke off
time.
a stalactite or something, and just
Oof.
All right. So, the map, ladies and gentlemen, as I try and do it as best I can.
That's beautiful.
Oh, that looks great.
Ooh, I like it.
So, do not mind here because this is literally nothing. This is the mouth of the cave. So, with that in mind, I need you guys to roll initiative.
You got it. 10 plus 2, that's 12.
I have an 8 because I'm having a problem rolling high numbers this time again.
6 minus 1, that's 5.
That is a 3 plus 2, 5. I have not rolled above a 3.
I'll just
I got a 5.
Wow, 3 5s.
We
watch this.
George.
Yep.
This
We're-
giant
okay.
has cleave, and it's just gonna come up and kill us all. It's just,
I use trick room. No, wait, we can't do that in here.
All right, Lilac, what's your dexterity?
plus 2.
Plus 2. What's your score?
Oh, 14.
14. Balazar, what's your dexterity?
my dexterity is 8. Wait, it's 0 or 10. Sorry, why do I have -1?
Probably from the plate armor.
Oh, that was int, not inish. My bad.
And
All right. Okay, so.
So I actually go on 6. I'm a speedy demon this round.
Lilac.
Where's Donna?
All right. What was Danlis's?
Dexterity is 15.
Danlis. Balazar. Okay, and then. Wait. Boo. What was your initiative?
my initiative is 12. Weekend and mathematical up in here.
All right. So, that being said, the first initiative goes towards the giant.
Oh,
What
no.
a surprise!
Surprise! Yeah.
You rolled a 17.
Why?
It's okay, guys. We got this.
So, let's see.
This guy has cleave. He's going to power attack our wizard and kill us all.
Well, it's a good thing we don't have a wizard.
So he's gonna walk up to the biggest one out of all of you, being Vargak, and he is going to take what looks to be this giant stick with a rock tied around it. He's gonna make 2 attacks onto you, Vargak.
My AC is 18, just so you know.
Okay, so that is first one's a 10, so that misses, and then the second one is going to be a 22 to hit. So. And so that is going to do 13 points of damage, Vargak, as the first stick begins, as the first attack, as it hits the ground. You see the ground as it begins to crack up from the stone itself, and as you just had barely sidestepped it, he begins to just lift it and swing it towards your shield. As it hits you, you can feel the impact and the force from the hit. So that is going to be the end of the giant's turn.
Wait, how much damage?
13 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I just gotta get that recorded.
So that is going to be the end of his turn. And next up is Dr. No.
Can you point to Dr. No real quick? Because I need to know like which figure's which.
So Dr. No is right here.
And where
Is
is the
here.
Balthazar?
Balazar is right here.
Okay, fine.
and
I want
then-
to try, like, hold on. Trying to figure out the range of my cure wounds. Dr. No's going to position himself right on, like, behind Balazar and, like, do a 3rd level cure wounds.
Alright. have enough just to get right behind him. All right. So go ahead and roll your cure wounds.
Hold on. Do I have to like? It says 3d8 plus 3. So do I add like 3 to every roll, or just 3 in general?
I think it's 3 in general.
All right then. That's a 7, a 4, and another 7. So plus 3. Hold on.
18, 21.
Okay, good. Don't
My
die on
math-
me yet.
My math skills.
That's beefy healing.
That's good. That's good shit right there.
So doctor, as you're all like, oh no, my friend, you immediately turn your heels and go run behind him, and you just put
No,
your
no,
hands
hold
up.
on. I'm on a flash step behind him, like fucking Castlevania.
Holding to that vampiric style might just make you a vampire yet.
You'll be surprised.
Oh, jeez. All right. So almost as quick as you saw your friend get hit, you immediately run around and you try and help him and giving him cure wounds. So with that, that will be the end of the doctor's turn. Vodgak, how shall you retort?
With a heavy leaden object, also known as my mace.
All right.
So I'm going to do the 2 attacks. So I'm just gonna. Nice thing is, I've actually went and got 2 sets of dice, so I've got that are different colors, so I can roll my attacks and my damage at the same time for both attacks.
All right.
They, match that way. Wow. Okay, so I rolled with a 5 and a 7, and my bonus to attacks is probably crap. Wait 1 moment. It's only 5, so I rolled a 12 and a 10. I assume I miss.
You barely missed on 12.
Fantastic.
As you take your mace and you're like, finally, something to battle. You go to swing and you just barely cut close on one, and then you're all like, well, that's dumb, and you try to backhand it, and it doesn't land at all towards the stomach, and you can see now this giant hulking beast is just staring down and going,
Oh, wait, so I missed on both attacks, is what you're saying?
yeah.
Oh, okay, that's fine. So I'll action surge and do it again.
All right.
Okay, this is much better now. So I got a 17 and an 18.
They both hit. Go ahead. and roll
Fantastic. So the 17 got an 8 plus my 4 because of my stuff, so that'll be 12 damage from the first hit, and the second hit is only going to do 10 damage.
damage. Okay. So 22.
And then for shits and giggles, let's do that wonderful bite, because I feel like I'm going to be taking a lot of damage, and getting some temporary health is probably a really good idea. So for a bonus action, I will do my Hungry Jaws. So that's a D20 and a D6. So
All right.
let's see here. We have a 20 to hit for...
All right.
What's the damage? Action? No, attack. Here we go. So that's 3 plus 2. So for 5 more damage, and I gain 2 temporary hit points.
All right. All right. So what's the damage?
5.
Oh, 5.
Yeah, so to speed up combat, I roll both the hit and the damage at the same time, so I can just be like, boom, boom, So even if I miss, like, oh, whatever, but yeah.
Okay. And with that, as you strike back again, almost as quick as you began your attack, you hit the kneecap and you hear it go, "Roar!" And you hit the top of its kneecap again, and it, now you begin to actually see a bit of blood from its knee beginning to pour out, and just that primal instinct, you leap at its thigh, you tear some of the flesh off, and he's go, ah! And you manage to just back away fast enough before he can you begin to reel back for another attack. So with that, it is now Xanlas's turn. So Xanlas, what are you doing? You are here.
Sorry, show me again where I am.
You're right here.
Oh, that. Okay. Right. I'm going to. No, I'm not gonna do that. That'd be hard. That'd be so cruel. Whoa. So I'm gonna do my bonus action if I've got this right. Mist step.
Oh, misstep. Okay.
Let me just double check it. It's down as a bonus action.
What's the level of the spell?
2 seconds. Level.
That's a good action.
Second level.
Second level. Okay.
Yeah. Basically, it's a casting time, 1 bonus action, self, briefly surrounded by a silvery mist. You teleport up to 30 feet to an unoccupied space that you can see.
All right. So pretty much you can pretty much see all of this past the giant.
Okay, I will teleport to the third square on the left. Literally the 4 squares in front of me, ahead of me.
So, 2, 3, 4. Right about here.
Can I go further back than that, or?
Yeah, you have about another 2 squares left to expend.
Go, yeah, 2 more squares in. As far back as I can go.
Yeah, he was thinking the 2x2s were a square, so that's what he meant.
Yeah, so yeah, I was. Yeah, I literally was. And then I'm going to use my my rod, haha,
All right.
my the staff of flame
All right.
to do my 4th level spell, Wall of Fire.
Oh, okay. So, Wall of Fire. I've never seen how that works, so I am...
Casting time, 1 action, range area 120 feet. I don't know what these compose. The duration 1 minute. You create a wall of fire on a solid surface within range. You can make the wall up to 60 feet long, 20 feet high, and 1 foot thick, or a ringed wall of up to 20 feet in depth. Oh, I might do. Oh, if I can do that, I might actually do that. The wall is opaque and lasts for the duration. See, I might, if I can, I might do it. I might do the ringed wall and just basically trap him inside it.
Okay. So, if you intend to do that, he needs to make a dexterity saving throw. So, what's your spell DC?
Say again, sorry.
What's your charisma bonus?
Charisma bonus is 6, if I've read that right, plus 6.
Jesus. Okay, then this is a 20 DC.
Oh no, oh yeah, my charisma. Wait, sorry, I'm looking at the chart.
What's your
Charisma's 6.
spell DC? It should be on your spell list. Your spell DC.
Whereabouts will that be on the list?
I think he's talking about the one, the bar of like plus the modifier, spell attack, and save DC. Is that right?
Let me see. I can immediately fix this.
It's just the save DC.
Yeah,
if you click on spells next to actions, it'll just tell you right there.
The quick math is charisma modifier plus spell level, so plus 10. So if his charisma bonus is plus 4, then it's an 18.
It says it says hit DC, hit Dex 14. It says.
Oh, okay. I guess fuck me then.
And then my charisma, because I've got the charisma on the top here. It says 16, which is a plus 3. But then
I think I'm just wrong. I might just be.
so
wrong.
saving throw, say charisma plus 6. Or
Okay, so at the top of spells, you'll see modifier, spell attack, and save DC. You'll see those 3 numbers right there. Your save DC is 14. So he needs to make a dexterity check if you intend to use a ring of fire. So that's what you're intending to do, correct?
Yes.
All right. So I can safely say that he'll fit that ring. All right. So that is going to be a 14. So if it meets, it beats. So in doing so, as you begin to cast the spell of a wall of fire, in order to try and trap him, he begins to notice, and he immediately sidesteps it. Say, for the space. Yeah, before it can hit him, I'm gonna say it's gonna be about here-ish, the radius. Yeah, about here, all the way out. So this space right here is going to be where the wall of fire is. Before he can even, before you can even finish casting the spell, he notices the giant flaming circle towards his feet, and he backs up just in time before the whole thing begins to blow into his face. So he does take damage, only half of it though. So so X, I need you to roll 5d8.
Oh, fucking 1 second.
While we're waiting, who's up next?
Up next will be Lilac.
I rolled a 6. Didn't he roll a 5?
Oh, did you roll? Oh, I thought you all rolled 5s.
I corrected and said 6. So.
Oh, well then I will.
A D8, did you say?
5d8.
5d8, yeah. So I will correct that for the next round. So I have corrected that, and Balazar, you'll have go before Lilac does.
Yeah, I don't think I have a 5d8.
Do you have
dice.
5? Okay. Here I got it. I'll roll it out for you. Don't worry. 2, 16, 19. What's half of 19?
If you're rounding, yeah, it depends on if you round up or down, 10 or 9.
Down, so 9. So you do 9 points of damage. And I don't know how to draw something like that out unless I have a better piece of paper.
It's fine. We can just remember.
But for the sake of the argument, from this square all the way, it's pretty much a 4x4 square around the giant. So I'll let you guys know, but pretty much all you guys can travel through is pretty much right here up to where you guys are right now.
So if we try to pass him while he's in that flame, can you do opportunity attacks on us?
For the sake of the argument, if he wishes to hurt himself through the fire, that's up to him.
Alright, good enough.
Alright, so with that, it is now Balazar's turn. What are you doing?
Awesome. Real quick, Vargak, about how much healing would you need on a scale of 1 to your health?
Vargok is doing okay. I've had a chunk taken, but I am fine.
I would like to use my Lay on Hands as my normal action to heal Vargak. What would you say, 10? Is that good?
Alright.
Yeah, I've got 11. I've just taken 11 damage if we don't count the temporary health, or if we do count the temporary health. So yeah.
All right, so I'll heal him 10. As my bonus action, I will throw a Sanctuary on Dr. No, and as I don't know if we can cheese it like this or something, but I want to set up my shield because I realize attacking him would hurt us, or actually it would hurt all the melee casters. I will angle my shield so that Lilac can run up it like a ramp, so that I can get a bonus to her next attack.
I will say it's a free action. You turn around, you take a knee, and you pretty much prop the shield between your hands so that it acts as a ramp to get over the wall of fire.
That way Lilac can jump over it. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. And with that, that is the end of Balazar's turn. Lilac.
Oh, sorry. Position 7, Lilac.
So wait, just to make sure, you healed me for how much?
10.
10.
Okay, fantastic. So I'm gonna take a look at this giant. Is this giant wielding a sword?
No, he's wielding a what looks to be a makeshift club of a stick and a rock.
Okay, then I don't have to play fair. She's just going to she's gonna whip the javelin off of her back and assuming position 17 because how can I not with this setup? She's gonna use her mobile flourish and just whip this thing at it and immediately close the distance. That is an 18 plus.
Alright, this is one of those very few times that I can actually use this piece of equipment.
That is an
'Cause,
18 plus, what's my attack? Oh god, plus proficiency is, okay, plus 5, so 23 to hit, and I get a mobile flourish off of that, so, 27 to hit.
27 to hit. Alright. And for the sake of the argument, I put this properly. Where everyone is.
Ooh, what's this?
I say everyone is right where they are, just not in the same elevation as Lilac.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, awesome!
There's a Z-axis, people.
Oh, hell yeah!
We're shifting dimensions as we speak.
Yeah, so yes. Like I said, every so often do I get to use this little piece of equipment.
Oh, this is great.
This little tool.
Yeah. Yeah, no, a lot of this stuff is from my old campaign, so like I had characters that could fly. So
Oh.
I needed this.
Oh my god. That's so cool.
Alright, so 27 to hit, what's the damage?
27 to hit for 7 damage, and he is pushed back 5 spaces. Wait, no, it's 5 plus 5. He's pushed back 2 squares into the fire, ideally.
Okay, and then that pretty much does another
Okay. So 7.
Question: does that provoke attacks of opportunity since he's removed from our space?
I don't think it does. I
No,
don't
it
think
does
Mobile
not.
Flourish does, yeah.
Oh.
I wish it did. That'd be juicy.
Party
Damn it.
synergy.
Synergy.
We've already got the good Lilac and Sandla synergy and fucking Balzar. Like, this is turning out good. We got the combos.
Does
Alright.
does
so,
Lilac get more damage due to the ramping action?
No, but it does add this Z-axis flourish. So as it pushes this creature back, did he have to make a check for that at all, or just does
He just gets pushed. Like, it's
Okay.
yeah, the push is wait, let me double check.
Just want to be sure.
No, yeah, you just push the target 5 feet away from you, plus a number of feet equal to the number you roll on that die, so 10.
Alright, so 1, 2.
So you
Ooh,
pretty much push him as he pretty much falls into the ring of fire. He has to pass through the fire and the flames.
He does take. For the sake of the argument,
I
Still
was
carry
thinking,
on.
the other song of I fell. Or I guess in this case it'd be he fell into a burning ring of fire, and it burned.
It's,
So-
it's more when he literally said through the fire and flames.
As he goes through the fire, he does take another 24 points of fire damage.
Oh yes.
This synergy.
I love it.
And he is considered burned.
Xanless
Say
looks
prone,
over
say prone,
to
say prone, say
Lilac.
prone.
and
Xylus looks to Lilac and just gives her just a nod, just like a.
She raises a slow thumbs up. She just she's kind of smiles a little bit under her scarf. Yeah, that's fire strong enough to destroy a train, all right.
All right, and with that will be the end of Lilac's turn. It is now the giant's turn as he is now sitting in this fire.
there is a tiny, puny elven being that's standing right next to him. He's going to turn towards you, Zamlis.
Big oofs.
Oh
Big
no.
oofs incoming.
And he is going to take his great club and he is going to make 2 attacks onto you, Zamlis.
This is gonna hurt like the Dickens.
Alright, so the first one is going to be a 25.
I imagine
Second
Xantlis says
attack.
it like that
The
in
Second
real
attack
time.
is going to be a 10. So I'm assuming the first one hits and the second one does not. So,
Yeah, I guess.
alright, so... So, Zamlis, you take 21 points of bludgeoning damage
Oh, I've got 1 left.
as he hits the side of the wall. He feels the as he hits the side of the wall at first, and then he begins to drag it, and you can see some of the rocks as it comes towards your face, and it pelts you, and then the big hit of the great club across your head, and you suddenly start seeing white and stars, and you're just trying to recombobulate what the fuck just happened, and then he's going to step out of the fire just enough. So
Does he not get hurt for trying to attack through the fire?
Oh no, he's already been hurt through the fire. That's the thing. So this
Alright.
is him leaving that area, and with that is going to be the end of its turn. And it is now
Ow.
Dr. No's turn.
Doctor No!
Dr.
Alright.
No!
I kind of want to get on to the DPS party, so... what is the status of Balthazar's shield right now?
Still elevated with the Lilac standing at the top of it.
Okay, fuck. I was gonna, shit. Alright, so Dr. No's in a position, right... on the open... wherever the cube isn't, the elevation plane isn't, on the side.
4, 5, 6. You can get right about
Yeah, a little bit, further back from that. I would say it's closer towards the entrance.
right here.
Yeah, right there.
Alright.
And what he's gonna do is he's gonna cast a 2nd level guiding bolt.
Okay.
Hold on, let me just get my D6.
I think that's a range.
Give me a second. Yeah, it's a ranged spell with yeah, hold on. Yeah, it's 120 feet, so that's a... Alright, D6, got it. Alright. So what do I have to roll to hit?
It's a ranged spell attack, so it's just this spell attack. It's or a D20 plus your Dex or your spell attack modifier.
Okay, got it. So that would be +3. That would be 8 plus 3.
+3. Unfortunately, no, that won't hit. As you let loose this guiding bolt, as it streaks across the dark cave, and you can now see the dust face of the giant as it just barely misses him, and it hits the back of the cave. And
The way I was trying to go for it, you know how Virgil uses the motto in DMC?
Yeah.
Yeah, the plan was to do something with that, and just do slashing bolts at him, but I guess it didn't work out. So, fuck.
Yeah.
Guess it's a waste of a turn. I wanted to be the cool guy too.
All right. So with that, that'll be the end of the doctor's turn. It is now Vodagak's turn.
So, my question is, can I get to him without going through the fire?
Yeah. Pretty much these sides right here, up
Is it-
until this point, is on fire.
Yeah, so what I'm saying is, with my movement, can I do that?
So you are there. 4, 5, 6. I would say, yeah. You get up to right about up to here, next to him.
Yeah, and so basically, I will bash kneecaps. You know.
Yeah,
I-
the same
it's-
kneecap that you've been working at.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, I'm just gonna keep working until it bends the wrong way.
Okay.
You know. So let's see here. I have a 13 plus 5, so I've got an 18 and a 23.
That'll hit.
Yeah, I thought these would hit. So that's what was it? 7 plus. I always forget what the damage bonus is. One moment. I believe it's plus 4, but I want to make sure. Yes, it is plus 4. Okay, so I've got 11 damage and then 7 damage, so 18 in all.
18. All right. All right. So as you work at this freaking giant's knees, you hit gah, gah, and you finally hear the crack that you've been waiting for this kneecap to finally break. It is so torn, and you can hear as the giant goes, and he is dead focused back onto you, and he drops down to one knee before he begins to try and hold himself up.
I'm picturing just like the broken knee, and that's the one that he goes down on. Even his weight, it just keeps breaking further. It's just like, yes.
Attack the weak point for massive damage.
Yeah.
All right, so that is the end of Vodakak's turn. Balazar, you are up.
All right. All right. So I first will ask, Lilac, are you going to range attack or melee attack next?
I'll try a ranged attack next.
All right. I'll shrug her off a little bit. Actually, can I wait until? I will just shrug her off, and then I'll wait until after our wizard goes, or sorcerer. Sorry.
All
Ooh,
right.
I might-
So do you want to hold your action and wait for somebody to do their action?
Yeah, I will wait until after these two go. Actually, that way Lilac can stay.
I can support you.
Yeah, that way at least Lilac can hang out on the shoulder and get that elevated Z-axis flare, and our wizard can move, and I can sanctuary him afterwards.
All right. So you hold your position and wait for the time to attack. Then Zanlis, you are up.
Okay, I need to ask. These small square, how big of a radius is 20 square feet?
All right. So it is
4
it's
squares.
4 by 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 4. And so that's
So each of those bigger squares of 4, that's 20 feet, yeah?
So
That's 20 square feet.
one square is 5 feet.
Right, okay, that's all I need to know. Zanlis is going to move back as far as he can, which I think is 30 feet?
Yeah. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right about here.
Get out of range. Yeah, and then I'm going to do... he's going to do Fireball, but like on the middle... So which of... Because the giant seems to be like over a couple of these bigger blocks, so... I want to hit the giant, but not everyone's favorite Russian.
What's the radius? Immediately above?
It's 20 Fireball. I think it's 20 square feet.
You can probably hit right here, and it will still take the full impact after the DC.
Okay, yeah. Then Zanlis is just gonna take all the. He's got 1 hit point left, so he's gonna take all of his strength. He's gonna leap back to where he is, and it's his fireball, not the staff. So I've just decided that whenever Zanlis does the fire magic, he's just gonna Roy Mustang it with a snap, and so he's gonna jump back and just snap a fireball over to the giant.
Alright, so I already know your spell DC, so you need to make a dexterity saving throw. He fails, so go ahead and roll the damage for the
Good
fireball.
Okay, so I need to roll. What's what I roll? I roll 8d6. Okay, here we go. Count the 8d6 with me. 4,
Ha ha ha!
3,
Ha ha ha!
another 3,
Ha ha, ha.
5. We're halfway there. 1.
Ha, ha, ha.
5.
Ha, ha, ha.
2.
Ha, ha, ha.
And 3.
Ha.
All right. So, Zanless, how shall you slay?
Oh, I'm actually slaying? Okay, yeah. Just like I explained, he's literally gonna... He's gonna leap back. He's gonna look over to the creature. And he's just gonna be like... just really angry and just go... I don't fuck it. He's just gonna say toasty.
Nice.
As you stand there and you look this monster directly through the dark, through the complete uncovering of the dark, through the dark fucking black leaves as they pass by, you snap and say toasty, and it just bolts out and hits the ground and explodes the entire side. You see as the fire engulfs pretty much the entire side of this giant monster. Vardagak, you see as the flames begin to slightly lick your nose. It doesn't reach you, but you see the intensity of the
He must
fire.
love it. He must love it being a lizard.
Yeah. As you immediately see the billowing fire that is now consuming the entire side as the arcane fire begins to eat away, and you hear it scream and roar as the mace hits the wall and some of the rocks begin. It hits him in the head and he throws the stick as it's on fire and it just drops to the ground, and he reaches out in hopes that something might be there for him. The cold air, his body gives in and he just hits the ground.
Zanless's arm that he used to snap just sort of goes limp as he's breathing heavily, and he's just like, take that, you fucking damn giant. Don't want to be here anyway. And he's just like just sort of ranting off to himself as he drops to a knee.
I reach out a hand and lay on hands 15 to him. Well
Yeah,
done.
I'm gonna do a first level cure wounds too.
Well done, elf friend.
Dr. No pats him on
Okay,
the back.
but-
Yes, well indeed. And that's his cure wounds.
So, as
How much do I gain back, sorry?
15 from me.
Okay.
You're going back to full from that plus Doctor.
I think so, yeah. I only have 22, so...
so
Squishy.
So as this beast slays defeated, some of the fire finally beginning to subside as it begins to snuff out. You guys taking a bit of victory, Zanless. You get healed up. I need someone to do an investigation check.
I'm in. Oof, that's a 7, but my investigation is +5, so that would be 13.
13. All right. So.
I'm unsure if anyone would have noticed, but when he did snap his finger and the giant just went up in flames, a very brief, very slight smile just teased on his lips before going back to his, like, I like his idea now that he just he's got this bit of a sort of temptation whenever he uses his bigger attacks. He's just like, but then he's like, no, controlling it.
Hold on.
How can you not smile when saying toasty?
Right, exactly.
Hold on. I need to roll a D100.
Why?
Because he cast a
Because.
spell.
He casts a spell and he has wild magic.
No!
Wait,
Oh, spicy.
Basically, all
Wait, was
terrible
that-
things could occur. This would be hilarious if the first roll gets him killed.
Oh yeah, I have wild magic, don't I? Keep forgetting.
Silence.
All right. So, pretty much since all of you, actually no, I would say the closest one would have been Lilac. So Lilac, Vardagak, and Zanless. as the magic subsides, you feel like your skin's a little uncomfortable, slightly weak. So for pretty much the next minute, you are vulnerable to piercing attacks.
Neat. I shed my skin, and we keep moving.
So yeah, what a great way to end that.
Let's just rest outside the cave for a bit, like for a hot minute, literally.
Ha! I get it.
So okay, so who was it that did the check? I forget.
I did. I got 13.
Okay, so as you begin to inspect around, kind of just tending to the wounded, and then kind of making sure that this thing is dead, as you begin to check, you notice it had a stockpile of a bag on its back.
I take it.
It's a pretty big bag. You can't just take it, but you can open it.
Officer Vargak, come to me.
All right. I go to him.
All
We're
right.
gonna open the bag. We're gonna lift the bag and open it together.
Okay, so as all of you open the bag, to anyone that wants to make an investigation check,
I'll do it again.
No, I will consider your initial investigation check something that you find within the bag. So, so Dr. No, while you were looking into the bag, you noticed some broken vials and some other junk that's been probably tossed in here. But there is one bottle that you managed to, as you sift through a lot of the junk, seems to have a faint red glow to it. Looks very nice. Looks like a healing potion. So you just snag that.
Damn it!
Oh my god.
Like anime, like glasses sheen, just like.
Yep.
All right, so Vodkak and Balzar, you guys want to roll your investigation check?
Sure. Let's see. It's gonna be this -1. So I got a 3.
You got a 3. You found an old boot.
Congrats. I throw it to the side.
I'm not gonna do much better. I got a -1 as well, and let's see. Oh, 16 -1, 15.
Okay, 15. You found
There is-
100 pieces of gold through all the trash.
Ah, well, friends, I will split this. Would you like to split this treasure with me?
No need. I have already found my treasure.
Yeah, let me try the bag. Hold on. That is a 1.
You find a half-eaten, slightly rotten fish in there.
Yeah, nice.
Xalas
Is
gonna
Lilac-
peer into the bag, and that is a 10.
I like to
Okay,
imagine
Xalas-
Lilac's just claustrophobic, and she just refused to stay in there for a minute.
Xalas, amongst the trash, you find a pretty nice, okay-looking longsword. Not much use to you, but hey, it's a longsword.
He he pulls the sword out, but like, you know, with his tippy, the tip of his thumb and his 2 fingers, he just sort of pulls it out like it's a dirty sock. It's like, it's like, okay.
Holding her fish, Lilac immediately sees you with a sword. Oh, is that your sword? If that's your sword, we legally have to fight.
Xylo sort of looks to Lilac and is like, yeah, he just hands out the sword, saying, swords aren't really my thing. And he just drops it down in front of Lilac.
If this were like an RPG, that would be the affinity up like noise that immediately plays. She just looks at the sword. Oh, thank you. She throws it in her pack alongside the 2 swords that she took from the drow.
All right, and also to note, after this battle, you guys have all leveled up to level 6.
Dun,
Yay.
dun, dun, dun.
Oh, hell yes.
I
All
breathe
right.
fire better. Yay.
Like an extra attack.
Level up.
Level.
I don't
up.
know what that means.
Yeah,
It
Stuart's,
means you're
Stuart's gonna be.
you're gonna be the complicated level 1, and I can help you afterwards.
I'm gonna need help later.
Yeah.
Not tonight, but later.
So, with that being said,
you guys managing to find a bit of loot, you guys now stand at the mouth of the entrance to an Underdark. And I'm gonna be honest, I didn't write anything past this.
This is a good place to end.
Yep.
Yeah,
So
nice.
pretty much, I can tell you what happens. You spend about another 2 hours traveling into this cave, hopefully to find your way down into the Underdark. And that is where we're gonna go ahead and end tonight's episode of D6.
Woo!
Yeah. There we go.
Oh my
So,
god. Oh.
So hopefully I managed to slightly impress everybody with all my little doodads and whatnots.
Oh, hell yeah.
They were incredible doodads.
I love the map setup. Also, you guys are just fun as hell to play with. We pulled some fucking dual triple tech shit immediately.
Yeah,
That
you guys
was
want to do
awesome.
this like every week now? Because I'm actually into this.
I mean,
We'll
unless
figure that out.
yeah, there's some stuff going on. So
Give Yara
Yeah.
a chance to write it as well.
Yeah.
True.
I mean, like, I used to run a weekly show, and that's kind of what became its downfall. So that's the reason why I really like doing this as a bi-weekly thing right now.
Oh,
Kinda
fair
it's
enough.
like tantalizing. You look forward to it.
Yeah. So with that, thank you guys so much for sticking around and watching. And glad that we were able to end on time today. So
Yeah.
so
Yeah,
with that being said, thank you guys so much, and thank you guys for sticking around and giving us your lovely support. The battle still continues for who wins the house for Twitch or YouTube. And with that being said, I will see you guys in 2 weeks
Hold
for
on.
the next episode of D6. And I want to thank my players and everyone that decided to stick around once again. So.
Just don't kill the stream just yet. That's all I
Oh,
ask.
thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you for.
Oh.
Go ahead.
Oh, are we sticking around still, or?
Hello?
My only thing is, I wanted to raid Stabby's his show before we go,
Oh.
and his show airs in half an hour, and
Oh, I don't want to keep you guys around for half an hour. We finished up. Be free. Be free, everyone.
I would love to do that, but it's 1:30 in the morning here, and I've got work tomorrow, so I am gonna go to bed.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
Yeah, I need to go on pretty early too, because I
So-
gotta wake up at like 6.
I appreciate the.
leave some links. Leave links
Yes.
into the chat. Everyone, please go and raid as when his stream starts up in about 30-20 minutes.
Yeah.
Please just stick around with him, because that's just a general cool thing to do.
Just keep a tab open and I'll pop back in around 9.
All right.
Thank you, everybody, so much. This
yeah.
Yeah, this is a great session. I love this.
yeah, this is always a blast. I do look forward to this every yeah.
All right. So with that being said, thank you guys, and see you in 2 weeks. Thank you, friends. See you on Friday.
Hell yeah.
see you, dude.
See ya, guys.
See ya.
This,
Bye.
Bye.
Everyone.
this is great. We got a great group. Holy shit.
Yeah, this is amazing.
Is it?